How we doing, guys? Dime GG here, and today, now Bruno Fernandes has had some choice words over the international break to say about Manchester United. Man, oh man, boy. Man United are in shambles and chaos right now. He has come out and said Man United captain Bruno Fernandes has told Erik something he doesn't want to hear. This is from the Manchester Evening News. Man, what is... Man United are in shambles at the moment. Now Manchester United's captain Bruno Fernandes is coming out and talking. You've had Ronaldo come out and say stuff. You've had Piers Morgan, obviously. You've had Ali coming out and talking. And I'm pretty sure there's some people I'm missing that have come out and said stuff. Man, it's unbelievable, man. Man United are in shambles at the moment. Erik is falling apart. And obviously they had that secret meeting with the Glazers and Ineos. And yeah, man, they had an 8-hour meeting. I'm pretty sure they didn't spend the whole time talking about Erik future. They probably already knew, most likely, what they were going to do with Ten Hag within the first hour. The other hours were probably talking about financial stuff or whatever they're doing. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not privy to that. Who knows? And before we get into it, guys, hit the like button, comment what you think about what Bruno said, and subscribe to the channel for more. Without any further ado, guys, let's get into it. The noises coming out from the current Manchester United dressing room have a worryingly familiar air to them. Well, yeah, when you think back, you think of Ali's, later time at Man United. It was in shambles. Obviously, Ali's time comes to mind at that later time when he was about to get fired, sacked. And yeah, with the dressing room was just in disarray. Some of the people wanted him to go, some wanted him to stay. The players maybe stopped caring. And it's happening right now with Erik Some of these players have probably lost belief, rightly or wrongly. Some of these players probably don't care, rightly or wrongly. And yeah, I think some of these players are brats, but hey, I don't know how Erik is. I don't know. But all I see is bratty millionaires that don't want to play. Come on, man. This is Manchester United. You're living the dream. How it looks from the outside now. I don't know how it is in the dressing room. But to me, on the outside, it looks like you're living the dream. But I don't know how Erik is. Because these guys are around him every day. So they're going to know how he is. But let's roll and see what Bruno Fernandes had to say about Ten Hag. They look like they wanted it more than us. And that can't be right, said Christian Eriksen after last month's 1-1 Europa League draw with FC Twente. Then followed esteemed colleague Johnny Evans admitted to the talk around Erik Ten Hag's future is impacting the mindset of the squad. So Johnny Evans has come out. He's a center back for Man United. He's come out saying the talk around Erik Ten Hag's future is impacting the mindset, which it probably is, because 50% of the people probably want him to stay, 50% probably want him to go, and there's a clash there, and obviously it's affecting the chemistry of the squad. If you look at Man United and how they play, people just aren't on chemistry, people don't know what runs they're making. I told you, I compare Man United to when you go play pickup with random people. I don't know what anybody's doing, I don't know how this guy plays, I don't know what type of runs he's going to make, I don't know what's going on. That's how Man United play. These guys play with each other all the time, and they're just not on kilter. It's crazy. It does affect the players, he explained after the goalless draw with Aston Villa. Of course, we've got 2 draws in a row. We've lost, and I think we drew 2 more. We've drawn and lost for the past 5 games. Of course, that's going to affect the ego, the mentality, and the self-esteem of the squad. That's terrible. That's terrible, man. That's poor for Manchester United standard, man. Poor for Man United standard. And it's killed the spirit of the team. It really, really has. The angst has now been cranked up a notch by telling, not overly unexpected concession from captain Bruno Fernandes. It's not a positive moment. It really isn't. And this is coming from the captain. Ten Hag, this is your captain talking, dude. This is your captain talking. The captain of Man United. Bro, you got Bruno coming out now. This is crazy. Because my dad was talking about this. More people are going to start coming out and talking. Is Rashford going to come out and talk next? Now we got everybody's coming out now. The cat's out the bag, man. This is crazy because it proves my dad right. But I have to hold my hands up like, wow. Like, he's really, he's calling some of this stuff. Now we got Bruno coming out and talking now. He's saying it's not a positive moment. So if the captain is saying that, yikes. Ten Hag, he's going to need, like, a miracle. Like something out of a movie, like the Comeback Kid story. I don't know what he's gonna be able to do because it's not looking good. The Titanic is going down, and the shit is almost in the water. It's unbelievable, man. He said of United's move while away on Portugal duty, we're not winning games. The national team's face is completely different. So he's talking about Man United are not winning games, and the national team's face is completely different. So what is he talking about? Is he talking about managers? Is he talking about the players, the Portugal, because obviously he's around his countrymen, he's in his country, he's around that Portuguese, he's around this stuff, where he was, where he was born. He's around his people. He's speaking the language and stuff. He could be talking about that too. And obviously he could be talking about the manager, because they're not talking about the Portugal national team manager. Nobody's talking about him. When you hear about Portugal, they're talking about Ronaldo. They're talking about Bruno, because he's a big player for Portugal. Diogo Jota. They're talking about their players. They're not talking about the manager. And I can't even disagree with that, man. Yeah, and that kind of proves my dad right again, because if I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it the manager, or does Bruno just need to deal with it? I mean, he's the captain of Man United. Ten Hag gave him the captaincy. Does Bruno just need to suck it up and deal with it? I don't know, man. I'm conflicted. Fernandes, who was able to net for Portugal against Scotland last month, has not enjoyed his most fruitful start to the season and has yet to score so he hasn't scored in 11 outings in United. So, Bruno, you need to score. Now, I know he smacked the crossbar, he smacked the post, but, bro, you need to get some goals, get some assists. Now, I understand why he's come out, because he's right. It's not positive at Man United, and it's affecting him. It's affecting the whole team. And then this manager, if he's with this my way or the highway thing, I don't agree with that either, because they know better than I do. They're around this guy every day. If he's with that nonsense that, you listen to me, you go to this position, I tell you to go here, you go here, and if you don't, then you're out. Well, we're not winning, though. You can do that. You can do that Deion Sanders, that Nick Saban, that type of coaching. But if you're not putting in results, if you're not winning, the players ain't going to vibe with that. They're going to be like, whatever, man. They're going to not, and especially now, I mean, you have Ronaldo walk out of the stadium. Who remembers that when he walked out on tonight? He just walked out. Casemiro, all these guys, man. Speaking of, man, where's he been? Is he going to come out and talk next? Oh, my goodness. I forgot about him. He hasn't been playing in so long. I forgot. That's crazy. It's about improving as soon as I get back there, Fernandes admitted, referencing his return to United after the international break. Making the goals appear again because I'm a midfielder that scores a lot of goals. And over the years, I'm always shown a very high level of goals. He does score a lot of goals. He scored a lot. He's done a lot for Manchester United. Let's not be fooled. Bruno Fernandes over the past few games has been frustrating. His passes have sucked. But when Bruno Fernandes is on it, he's on it. He can turn up, man. Same thing with Rashford. When he's on his shit, he's on it. These guys can produce stuff, but I don't know what's going on. Is it a mentality issue? Is it a management issue? I don't know. Could it be the higher ups? Could something be going on? But I don't know. I don't know how offhand the higher ups are. They probably don't care, because once again, that's what they pay the manager millions of dollars for. So I don't know. I have to live up to these expectations, and to my standards, what I've been doing is not at all what I want from this season. For this season, because I haven't scored at the club yet in 11 games, which is crazy, Bruno Fernandes. But we'll see, man. We'll see what he does when he gets back. I'm not confident in this at all. I hope once I get there, I can score and help my club get back to winning ways and be at a good level. The future of his manager with United remains ambiguous following the conclusion of a pre-scheduled board meeting between senior board figures in London on Tuesday. The Evening News understands that Ten Hag himself expects to still be in his job next week. Yeah, they probably already told him. Trust me, they already told him. They're probably like, you're staying or you're going. They already told him. Trust me. God, when they come out to the media and say this man, they already know. And listen to Ali's interview before. He knew already after they lost 4-1 to Watford. He got the call the next morning. He already knew what time it was. When they call you after a loss, you know when these jobs call you, no job is just going to call you for no reason. They're calling you either to come in or to do something. They're not just calling you just to check up on you. See, I think they're like, hey, can you come in? Or if they call you, if you see your phone and it says corporate, or what, you're like, oh, what's going on? You already know something's up, because they wouldn't be calling you. Why are they calling you? Leaks of dressing room dissatisfaction have been a common occurrences over the last decade, with leaving all, which is true. Mourinho, Ragnick, and even Ali. Ragnick wasn't there long enough. He was there for about 6 months, 7 months. He really wasn't there enough. He had a memorable, well, not really. Ragnick, the only thing that he really came out and said was that Man United needed open heart surgery. He just wasn't there long enough. And all having contended with such events with Ten Hag, no exception, and having to deal with that either. So yeah, Ten Hag's gonna have to handle this, man. And it's gonna be interesting to see how he handles this Is he going to be able to bounce back and do a comeback kid story? Because it will be, if he was able to bring this team to Premier League glory, right, from all this shambles, all this stuff, and get a Champions League, which we're not even in the competition, it would be almost historic. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just over a year ago, several players were said to be becoming disillusioned with his tactics. So this was just over a year ago. So several players were becoming disillusioned with his tactics just over a year ago. I think some of the players that they're talking about several players probably thought he was going to go in the summer, and it didn't work out like that. And yeah, some were concerned with running drills and training amid a spate of persistent injuries. So he's probably like, I told you to run, you run. And they had running drills, they're probably running all the time. I don't know, man. I don't know because in the videos that you see with Man United when they're doing the training and stuff, he's really kind of hands off. But I don't know. Once again, they're talking about building a wall around Carrington so you can't see what they're doing in training. The media can't get. Who knows what's going on at Man United, man? Who knows? Because they were talking about building a 200,000-pound wall around Carrington so the media can't come in and see what's going on. Only people that they approve can come in and see. But other than that, ain't nobody getting in there. And the security's going to be beefed up too. But things have seemingly now got a bit more blatant, as proven by three players. The recent admissions of Eriksson, Evans, and now Fernandes in front of TV cameras and broadcaster microphones does not... So he's got Eriksson coming out saying the mentality's not right. Evans and Bruno. Who's next? Rashford? He's screwed. If Rashford comes out, Casemiro... Bro, maybe he had the Sancho issue. Greenwood, with that's separate. That's not with the team. That's a personal thing. Ten Hag is just, it's just a cluster, man. I don't know, man. I'm really baffled because it's gonna be interesting, man. Because I don't know how he's gonna do this, man. It was admirable. It was honesty from all three, but does not offer the job reference Ten Hag needs at such a challenging time. Well, Ten Hag's going to have to deal with it. These players can come out and say what they want. I'm all for that. Players can come out and say what they want. If they want to call him out, they have every right to. If they want to talk about the mentality of the team, they have every right to. And now these players are on international duty. They're performing, they're chilling, they're doing their thing. It leads you to question marks. What is going on at Man United with this coaching staff or these higher-ups? Is it the owners? Is it Ineos? Is it Ten Hag? Is it this person? Is it that person? Who knows, man? And if Ten Hag's not listening to the assistant coaches, that's what the assistant coaches are for. That's why you have assistant managers. You get advice from them. You get advice from them. If he's just so big-headed, and he's not listening, that's a problem. That's called having a big ego when we're in shamblish times. And players media trained and consequently often tight-lipped do not make such confessions unless more than a handful of teammates feel the same way or the situation is undeniably obvious, which is true. These guys are media trained. They don't really talk that much. Now you got Eriksson, Evans, you got all these people coming out. And if he's got over a dozen or more than a handful of teammates, if it's over half, he's screwed. If it's over half the people don't want him there, and some players do, he's screwed. In normal circumstances, a draw away at Porto with 10 men and a lockout at Villa, but no, it's not. No, it's not. Because the 10 men could have been avoided if Bruno Fernandes didn't get a red card, and a draw at Villa is trash. No. But Fernandes' admission this week shows where United really are in context. Just 3 wins from 10 games in all competitions. That's terrible. 3 wins in 10 games in all competitions. That's horrible. Just 2 in the Premier League and a table rank of 14th. 14th and scoreless in 3 league outings. Terrible. Fortunately for Ten Hag, the schedule looks a lot kinder, on paper at least, on the other side of this international break. Fenerbahce away, that's not going to be an easy game. That's Jose Mourinho, a former Man United manager, we're going to be playing against. That's going to be an interesting game away in Europe. And Chelsea at home. Ooh, Chelsea. Oh. Sancho, Chelsea. Bruno's coming out. Oh. Uh-oh. But he can't play because of the parent thing. See how they got... I'm not going to lie. I would love to see Sancho play against Man United so somebody could, clamp him up. That way he doesn't score at all. They could just clamp him up. But they got this now where They got the parent club thing, because it probably wasn't like this before. It's been like this since I've been watching when they got the parent club. You can't play against the team you're on loan from. They got their ducks in order. So, yeah, but that's interesting. Chelsea, Brentford, West Ham, Leicester City, and PAOK in the Europa League denotes perhaps a more appetizing run into the next international break in November. The fresh comments from the United captain do not help Ten Hag. It sure doesn't in his case for revival, but the fixture list sure does. I don't know, shit. Chelsea, Brentford, West Ham, Leicester. Man, shoot, those are hard games. For us right now, I think whoever wrote this things we're prime Man United. Oh no, these are all hard games. This manager's head is on the line right now. These are all tough games. Oh no. Chelsea, Sancho, obviously. I don't know. I'm not even gonna talk about Sancho. Whatever, man. But I would like him to play against Man United because I would love to see our defenders clamp him up and he does nothing. Just to prove a point, but it ain't gonna happen. Unfortunately, I wish he would play against Man United, and if he scored, I would have to eat that because you know he ain't. If he scored against Man United, you know he's not gonna do to show respect. He's gonna punch the air. He's probably gonna celebrate, but I don't know. The fresh comments from the United captain do not hurt Erik Ten Hag, and then supporters could well see the confessions from the United dressing room become even more uncensored moving forward. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It could be more people coming out. Who's next? Who's next is going to come out? Rashford? Who's going to come out next, man? Maybe some of the players who left Man United? Maybe Sancho could come out and talk? Well, not really. He don't care. He's at Chelsea now. Maybe McTominay, some of the other people. Maguire. He's injured right now. He could come out and say so. I don't know. It's shambles at Man United. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below about what Bruno Fernandes said and what's going on at Man United. It's a shambles at Man United. Bruno Fernandes tells Erik Ten Hag something he doesn't want to hear. Thank you guys for watching the video. It's been with MC guys, and I'm out. Peace out.